Hey everybody, Rebecca here for another video. I know it has been a while. I am so far behind on my channel that I honestly didn't even know what video I needed to make. And I thought about it and decided to go ahead and make my 2022 January budget video. And then I realized I haven't even set up my 2022 budget yet. So I started to do that and I was actually so surprised at how far I have come in 1 year. Comparing January 2021 to where I am right now, it's crazy how much things have changed in the course of 1 year. So for this video, we're going to do the January 2022 budget plan, yes, but I'm going to show you how January 2021 was, and we're going to make the changes on the budget together. I think it'll be really interesting to see how much farther along I am on the fire path. So I have no doubt that this one is probably going to be another long one. Get yourself a coffee in hand. Sun is coming up here at my house. I literally have no schedule now. I have no routine. I never know when I'm going to be awake or not. I never know when I'm going to feel like filming or not, or have time to edit and upload. I may never get caught up on this channel again. We will find out. But if you're still here with me, I appreciate you as always. If you're interested in following me on my financial independence retire early journey, then click that subscribe button down below and YouTube will notify you when I do upload videos. With all that said, let's get into the January 2022 budget plan. Okay everyone, here we are. This is the same budget as I always use. All I did was make a copy of the 2021 budget, so we're going to go through and change things together. But I did want to show you guys just a comparison so y'all can see where I was at the beginning of 2021 versus where I am now. It's a crazy difference, right? Just a quick glance here, y'all can see that I had 3 debts that I was still working on in the beginning of January of 2021. I had my student loans, I had my old car, the Nero, and I had the holistic doctor debt that I was working on. And this is where all of the debts stood at the beginning of the year. And y'all know, if you've been with me a while, that I just recently paid off these student loans. These student loans are gone now. I also had the holistic doctor paid off at some point early in 2021. So the only debt I have left is my now new car that I have. So the car debt actually did go up. I owe about a little over $30,000 on my new car, but these other 2 debts are gone. Also, another huge change is my portfolio here. Y'all can see January 2021, my portfolio sat at $95,399. I crossed the $100,000 portfolio mark in February of 2021. I remember that. By the end of 2021, my portfolio sits at about $150,000 now. That is insane to think about, the crazy amount of progress that has happened just by being consistent every month, just by budgeting like I do every month. I know that my budgets are not perfect and I very rarely stick to them to a T, but you don't have to be perfect to make some real progress in your financial life. So those were just the huge differences that stuck out to me from the January 2021 budget to where I am now. So next thing we need to do here is just delete all of this information and delete all of the rows that aren't really relevant anymore, right? All right, I think that should about do it for the main budget here. I'm expecting my income for January 2022 to be about $4,000. I'm not getting any overtime that I know of at this point for January. So about $4,000 is what I have to work with. That is a more normal income month for me. House payment, as always, is going to be $536. My power bill, I'm bumping that up a little bit. It came in pretty close in December, so I'm going to bump that up to $175. My power bill is always more in the wintertime when it gets colder. Water bill, I'm leaving that at $40 as always. Internet is $99 as always. I have Starlink internet. My gym membership, Planet Fitness, is $23.06 as usual. Gas for my car, I'm bumping that to $250 and we'll see how that goes. Gas prices have been up lately. Groceries and household, I mentioned this for December, but I am bumping that up to $500 because this is really just my catch-all category. Anything I grab when I am out shopping for the house or for groceries or for Rollo, pretty much anything ends up in this category, and I kind of like to keep it all together like that because it lets me keep an eye on how much I am just spending in general whenever I'm out and about. So $500 a month, if I can keep it around there, I'll be pretty happy. And my LLC annual report, that is something that I have to do for this YouTube channel every year. It was $202 last year. I'm hoping that it'll be the same in 2022. The debt section is looking a lot better than it used to, down to the one single debt left. Now, y'all know that I have this goal to pay off my car in 2022. That is still a goal that I have in mind that I definitely want to work on, but until I get my taxes filed, I am not going to make aggressive extra payments for my car until I know for sure that I'm not going to end up owing taxes. I don't think that I will, but just in case, I would rather have that cash on hand to be able to pay if I do owe. And if I don't end up needing it, then I'll have a big chunk of cash so that I can throw at my car all at once if I want to, right? It's not gonna make a big difference either way. The interest rate on my car debt's very low at 1.98% anyway. So my investing and fire tracking portion of the budget, so far I am just going to leave this blank for the most part. I'm not going to plan on throwing anything at my taxable accounts that I have with Fidelity or M1 Finance. Oh, I did remember something I need to add. I use my Fidelity credit card for all of my purchases that I make every month, so I get 2% back on the purchases that I make, and that goes into the Fidelity account. So I need to get in the habit of remembering to account for that every single month. So I'm not going to throw any of my own personal money to investing in addition to what I get back from that Fidelity card. So the only other thing that I know that is going to go towards investing in January of 2022 are my usual retirement contributions for my employer. I expect that I'll contribute about $400 for January, and my employer will match around $225. So grand total for investing for January 2022 is not a whole lot right now, but once I figure out my tax situation for sure, I will take a look at maxing out my Roth IRA ASAP and then throwing whatever leftover money I have at my car debt, possibly, unless something else comes up. And this is another reason why I have been a little bit slow on making videos and getting content out there for you guys. Just a quick side note, as fast as I can possibly summarize this for y'all in a nutshell. Basically, there may be a lot more equity in this home than what I realized. So it occurred to me that it may be a good financial move for me to consider. Even though I love this house, it may be a smart financial move for me to consider selling this house, moving closer to work, and using the equity from this house towards paying off my car debt, and I would have no car debt at all, and using the rest of the equity as a down payment on a home closer to work, and then I would not have as long of a commute that I have right now. If you're new here, my commute to work is 1 hour one way. So I work 3 12-hour shifts every week at night. So that means I pretty much have 15-hour days when it comes down right to it. And there's so much traffic between here and my job that it's something that I'm considering. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, obviously, and there's a lot of what ifs there that are going on in the background, but it's just something I'm thinking about. So that is another reason why I'm kind of just hoarding cash at the moment. I need to figure out where my life is going and not exactly sure right now. So I'm making my budget plan for January 2022. It always makes me feel better to at least have a plan, but y'all know my life rarely goes according to plan, it seems. So I have learned to be flexible, if nothing else. So let's move on down to the debt section here. My student loans are gone and the holistic doctor debt is gone. And I don't actually have a updated balance for you guys on the car debt. My payment has not yet come out for December of 2021, so I will update this whenever that payment comes out. Same thing for my house debt. I'm not exactly sure what the balance is on it right now. I know it's somewhere around $96,000. So that is the amount of debt that I have left. I haven't had my house payment or my car payment come out yet, so that's kind of where they are roughly at the moment. And y'all can see that if everything happens to go according to plan for January of 2022, then I should have about $2,000 left over at the end of the month that I can do something with. I don't know what I'm going to do with that money. I will just likely sit on it and hold it for a while until, at the very least, I find out what my tax situation is. All right, so that should cover it for the January 2022 budget plan. I am sure that it will not exactly play out that way, but at least I do have a plan in place, and I'll keep you guys apprised of the potential home selling and buying situation as much as I can. A lot of that is still unknown right now, so not much to tell you there. Besides the fact that I have looked at a few places that's closer to my work, and I know for a fact that for me to find another house closer to work that I at the very least don't hate, it means that I'm going to have a larger mortgage, not as much privacy or as much land as I have out here living in the sticks like I do now. But again, I do think that financially it may make some sense to move closer to my job. And you know, I work in the Charlotte area, so that is an area that is booming and has been booming for years. I don't think that even if I ended up with a larger mortgage, moving closer to work, if I was debt-free otherwise, when I reach financial independence to retire early in 8 to 10 years from now at best, I do believe that no matter what home I ended up in closer to work, if it's in the Charlotte area, it is most likely going to appreciate in value. So really having a larger mortgage would be kind of a moot point. And if it helps me become debt-free otherwise, helps me invest a little bit more aggressively sooner, then it could end up being a good thing. But like I say, there is a lot of unknowns with that right now. It's just something that I'm thinking about in the background. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with that as much as I can. I hope that you have enjoyed this look at the January 2022 budget. 2022 may have a lot of changes in store for me. Whatever, I'm used to it at this point. So again, I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you stuck with me through this entire video, appreciate you as always. Don't forget to leave me a like down below for all of this transparency. Let me know how January 2022 is shaping up for y'all, and if you have any big life plans for 2022, I'd love to hear about it in the comments section below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks, y'all. Bye.